Welcome to the Tampa Natives Show. Stay tuned now for the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history. Live from the studios at TBCN, the home of the Tampa Natives Show. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Cannella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Cannella.
She remembers me.
Hi, Tampa Native Show fans. Welcome back to this.
Caller, you're on the
Tampa
air.
Native
Tell us
Show.
your name and where you're calling from.
Well, this is Fran Costantino.
Oh, there's Fran.
Hey, Fran.
Hi, Fran.
Hey,
How
Fran.
are you?
I thought I'd be a little more animated tonight and give you all a big, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Franny. Tell us your favorite Columbia story, or
Well,
two
y'all
of them.
probably read it last week, but I don't know if Richard saw the show last week. But I'm looking at the site of the restaurant where we used to walk in from 4th Avenue down 22nd Street, and I don't think we ever even walked in the front door of the Columbia. We used to walk in the cafe, and his dad and his mom, because they knew our families, would let us just sign on an account. We never paid. The kids never had money. We could walk in there with a whole crowd of 12 kids, and they would just let us sign our name. We'd walk out. I don't even know if they carry the spumoni anymore, but we used to get a whole damn thing of spumoni for
I
the whole
remember that spumoni. Sure do.
pañola. They would fill us up a whole quart of crema pañola. We would just sign for it and just go prancing out the door.
You know, Fran, I've never heard that story, but that's a wonderful story. And
It's like y'all with a MasterCard and the Visa before there was MasterCard. We'd go across the street, we'd sign at the hardware, we'd go to Genex, we'd go to Tamborello. All those kids who had charges when we didn't even know what the heck we were doing at that time. But the Guns Marts were, if we won a volleyball game at Sacred Heart, I'd take the whole damn team there, sign my name, and my daddy would settle up with yours at the end of the month, and life went on.
It's
but those
what
were
you
happy
call-
days. At the days when we can walk down 27th Avenue when the trucks weren't hitting either side of your restaurant. The kids were safe to just walk down the sidewalk and go in that side door.
That's when Tampa, everybody knew one another and the relationships, and you trusted.
Yeah,
Each
well, you're
other.
part of the family, and we grew up there and took my kids there and had parties there, and I just want to thank you for all what you're doing for the community.
Oh, Fran, thank you for the call. It's wonderful to hear those memories, and you know, these families we go back many generations, and that's what this show's all about. Why I was excited to be a sponsor and be on the air and to recall and teach our children about the life that we lived, and hopefully that they'll understand what it takes to make a community great.
We have to do that. If we lose what we have, then it's gone
And
forever.
also, I also want to say a word of congratulations to these two guys right here, to all of the folks, the producer, Jeff, because this television show is also an amazing accomplishment, and it is something that has never been done before in the history of the city of Tampa. There has never been a television show that concentrated on the historic value of photographs and that concentrated on asking callers to share their memories of growing up in Tampa. That's a first for the city of Tampa. So you folks here that are producing this show and creating this show have taken on really what is considered to be a type of preservation effort in a way, just like my book is a
Okay, ready?
preservation
Here we go. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Roger. I used to have the Vesuvia restaurant, and they made a sign for me. I recognize the name.
Wow.
Well, Roger, it's a pleasure to meet you on the phone. I'm John Sinchet, and my grandfather sold you your sign.
Yeah.
What?
He was the only specialist in Tampa at that time. It was in 1956.
Look at that.
Roger, how did you find the show tonight, by the way?
Well, I just was messing around with the TV, and I saw it, and I recognized the name, and that's how I found it.
Beautiful. Let me tell you something, Roger.
That's great.
Let me tell you something. I hope you know how famous your restaurant is, because when I talk to people at my book signings, they always ask me, do you have a picture of that restaurant called Vesuvio's Pizza Place? And they always remember your pizza, and they loved it. Absolutely loved it. So thank you
That
so
was,
much.
The only, at that time, was the only true Italian restaurant in Tampa.
Look
You
at
know,
that.
I just specialized Italian food. I made the pizza in the window, you know, flipping in the air and everything.
Beautiful.
And that's how I used to get my customers. I didn't have much left, you know, after the investment.
That's
So I
great.
just start flipping pizza up in the air, and I get the people to come in.
Beautiful memory.
what a call.
What is your last name, Roger?
About
I met you one time when I was a kid. Raymond Gonzalez was my stepfather, and he took me to your house, and you gave me a baseball autographed by the '75 Yankees right after Bobby Bonds was traded. I'll never forget
Oh,
it.
how about that? Yeah, a lot of, my mom always kept baseballs in the house. And,
Well, Raymond knew you from somewhere, and he worked at the dog track and told me he knew you, and he had just married my mom, so I said, you know what? Give me his autograph. And hell, he drove me to your house. You lived in Tampa.
That's a great
Came out
story.
on the porch, and hey, Raymond, you apparently knew him from West Tampa. You gave him a ball, and I mean, it was great.
why not, right?
You had a little Lancia Opso dog. I can never figure. What's Lou Cannella doing with a Lancia Opso?
Oh, my wife loves Lasso Opsos. So we've had Lasso Opsos in our family for,
Ever.
I bet you 20, 25 years.
I knew if I threw the dog out there, you'd take. He must have been to my house.
There
that's
you
proof.
go.
That's proof.
There you
Proof
go.
positive. Wes, thanks so much for calling. Call back anytime.
Guys, I appreciate it. Y'all take care. Steve, take it easy.
Wes, thank you for the picture, too.
Thank you, Wes.
Yeah, that picture we
That
played
picture, the
earlier,
West Tampa, the Wellswood picture.
That was
Yeah.
sent by
Lenny
West Secretary.
Fiather was in that picture, and the gentleman, there he is.
There it is.
If you get us
There
out
it
of there
is.
real quick, the gentleman on the far left is
Softball around. So
Lenny
we got about
Fiather.
4 minutes to go. This will be the time, Stevie.
I think it's time to do
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Are we going to let
A little piece of tape.
Marilyn draw?
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, shake them up there, Big
There we
Steve.
go.
All right, shake him up.
Okay. There you
All
go,
right, good
Marilyn.
luck to all of our contestants, to all of our Bolita
Absolutely.
All right.
contestants
Are we
tonight.
ready?
We're hoping.
Ready.
I got my fingers
Are we
crossed.
ready?
Yes.
73.
Wow.
Wow,
She went to the
So
top.
whoever went
really
the
high
biggest number.
The closest two.
Was a 60, wasn't it? No?
55, 53?
53.
Wow, look at that.
The one with the new number.
The one with the new year and the new
Oh.
number, that would be, yep, Rose.
How lucky
Rose
she
and Debbie.
came.
Yeah.
Right, well, now you have a even more
now
of a
you have
reason
an
to go.
excuse to go down there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got one caller calling
cool.
in, and if we have enough time, the light went out. But thank you so much. About 2 minutes to go, Eric? 3 minutes to go. Marilyn, we're going to have you back.
Oh, I'd love to come back.
Yeah, we're going to have you
now
back.
I'm hooked.
Yeah, no.
And be careful because you,
Yeah, be
you
careful
may
what you
not,
wish
yeah,
for.
yeah,
She's just
yeah.
getting started now.
No,
Yeah.
this has been wonderful. But look
Yeah.
how fast the hour went.
I can't believe it.
We
I was
didn't-
so
we told you that would
afraid
It's just like a
that
little
it was
party.
going to be dead air. My
no,
gosh,
no.
it certainly
No.
wasn't.
No, we can
You
go
know,
another 2
and I
hours.
wanted to try to fashion the conversation so that there was some kind of a chronology to your family story. In other
Yeah.
words, the arrival of your grandfather, your father's youth, your youth. We got to none of that.
Well,
We
at
kinda
one point, I'll just tell you real quick. At one point in the old store, there were 4 generations. There were 3 generations that were working. It was my grandmother and grandfather, my mother and father, and then my
There's the
brother
phone
and
number to
myself.
Joe and Sons, 813-831-5600. Let me just say, on behalf of Eric Cups and hello, Dory, who's holding up the Wrap It Up sign.
Wrap it up.
Erica, our intern tonight. Marilyn, thanks so much for coming
Thank
out.
you.
Listen, I can't tell you enough thank you for having me. I just really had a ball.
We'll do it again. Let's
Yeah.
do this all
do a
together. On
salute.
behalf of
Grab it.
Tampa Steve, the
Salud.
15-minute girl,
Salud.
I'm Mario Nunez. Salud and happy days. Stay tuned next week for a special edition of the Tampa Natives Show. We love you, Tampa.
Yes, we do.
See you next week.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Back when we were younger and everything seemed new, we used to have a lot of fun, yes we did, no matter what we do. Sleepy days, long summer nights, going anywhere we please, with love that I could call my own, love that I've always known, the city that I call my home, a home from which I never roam. This love affair was meant to be. I love her and she loves me.